Arne jumps to defense of Mohamed Salah after Liverpool star misses many opportunities in Chelsea loss. The Liverpool star drew blank in front of goal as Reds crashed to defeat at Stamford Bridge. Arne defended Mohamed Salah despite missing many opportunities against Chelsea, insisting the Egyptian is allowed a few duff performances because he's only human. Salah has set incredibly high standards since joining Liverpool from Roma in 2017, never scoring fewer than 18 Premier League goals a term across 8 full seasons. The 33-year-old has 3 goals and 3 assists in all competitions for the Reds so far this term, but failure to register any goal involvements against Chelsea in Saturday's 2-1 defeat to the Blues at Stamford Bridge means it is the 3rd league game in which he has drawn a blank already this term. Salah was rested in midweek as he appeared off the bench for a 28-minute cameo in Liverpool's shock 1-0 Champions League defeat to Galatasaray. Slot said, "That's then interesting. Did he create so much today because he didn't play during the week? Or did he miss the chances because he missed a bit of sharpness that he could have had if he'd played against Galatasaray? We will never know. What I like is that he got many times in a position he would like to be in and I would like him to be in. He has shown in his career, and since I'm here, that he can score goals." He added, "Today he had many opportunities to do what he has done so often, but he is a human being. It is not like every chance he gets is always a goal. He can have games when he has chances in promising positions and doesn't get a goal or assist. We created more than enough chances to score more than 1 goal last week and today. When we did score, I thought we were going to win it. If you play the style we played, so high press, it would be a complete surprise if they never played through your press. It would be unrealistic when you play Chelsea, who want to play out from the back, that they never play through your press. I won't say we deserved it to win, but we definitely deserved a draw." Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Ruben Amorim double masterstroke in huge Man United win over Sunderland saves his job, at least for now. Manchester United's 2-0 win over Sunderland came at a crucial time for Ruben Amorim, who now looks set to avoid the sack over the international break, and 2 huge selection decisions have helped him keep his job. While the Red Devils have continued to back their manager, pressure has been increasing behind the scenes, and the club's board have even begun looking at potential replacements, such as Oliver Glasner and Andoni Iraola. One source bluntly told Fletcher that Amorim looks knackered and knows it hasn't been working so far. But despite constant speculation online, the manager chose to stick with his 3-4-3 formation, though he made 2 particularly big decisions with regards to his lineup today. Amorim handed a debut to goalkeeper Sen Lamens, who put in a largely solid performance, especially considering it was the 23-year-old's first taste of Premier League action. The Old Trafford faithful cheered almost everything he did in the game. It was unclear whether the Portuguese coach would drop Altay Binder for Lamens, but it proved to be the right decision, with the Belgian keeping a clean sheet and making one particularly big save in the first half from a powerful Granit Xhaka shot. He also made a very important stop in the 89th minute to keep his clean sheet intact and maintain United's 2-0 advantage. Ruben Amorim's trust in Mason Mount pays dividends. Amorim also decided to start Mason Mount. It was a big call, as he had to drop Matheus Cunha from the starting 11 to fit him in. But the manager's trust in the England international, who has been plagued with injuries in recent seasons, definitely paid off. Mount, 26, played very well, particularly in the first half, and scored the crucial opener in the 8th minute with a composed finish, following a good pass from Brian Buemo. The midfielder played 65 minutes before being substituted off for Cunha, and the Brazilian performed well once he got onto the pitch at Old Trafford. It was Benjamin Sesko who notched the second goal for United. He put home a close-range finish after Sunderland failed to deal with a Diogo Dalot long throw. It was a much-improved performance overall for the Red Devils, and now Amorim has a 2-week international break prepare for their next Premier League clash against bitter rivals Liverpool. While Amorim now looks highly likely to keep his job, pressure will ramp up again if United fail to build on their big win today. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. David Ornstein provides fresh update on Ibrahima Konate's Liverpool contract. Ibrahima Konate is out of contract at the end of the season. Real Madrid continue to be linked with a move for Liverpool centre-back Ibrahima Konate, following William Saliba's contract renewal at Arsenal. Konate's current deal at Anfield expires next summer, meaning he would be free to sign a pre-contract agreement with overseas clubs from January. The French defender has so far turned down several renewal offers from Liverpool and is reportedly keen on the possibility of joining Los Blancos. Real Madrid remain interested and are closely monitoring the situation. Liverpool, however, are determined to tie Konate down to a new long-term contract before the end of the year. The Reds have tabled a fresh extension offer, and negotiations between all parties are ongoing. As seen in previous high-profile cases with Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah, Liverpool are prepared to take their time to secure the right deal. The club remain confident that an agreement with Konate will eventually be reached. This season, Konate's fitness is crucial given Liverpool's limited defensive options. Jarell Quansah's exit opened a spot filled by 18-year-old Giovanni Leone, but the youngster suffered an ACL injury on his debut and is out for up to a year. Mark Guehi's failed summer move further reduced depth, leaving Joe Gomez as the only senior alternative. Konate's inconsistent form has also drawn media criticism during Liverpool's title defense. Providing an update on Konate's situation at Liverpool, The Athletic's David Ornstein told NBC Sports, "There has been reports Konate has rejected a new contract. I don't think it's so much a rejection, maybe more of a stalemate or a lack of an agreement basically. I'm told talks are active and ongoing, but nothing is close just yet. Suggestions he's on £70,000 per week. I'm told it is more than double that. So, he would want a really good contract, deservedly, you could say, going into the bracket of earners, but that's something they need to sort out." Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Spain coach Luis de la Fuente has moved to play down suggestions of a rift with Barcelona boss Hansi Flick regarding the handling of teenage sensation Lamine Yamal. Speaking on Friday as he announced his latest squad for the World Cup qualifiers, de la Fuente insisted there was no conflict despite Flick's earlier criticism. Yamal, just 18, recently returned from a groin injury and made his first start for Barca since August in Wednesday's Champions League clash against Paris Saint-Germain, a 2-1 defeat. Flick had suggested last month that the injury was aggravated when Yamal was used in Spain's September World Cup qualifiers, prompting speculation of a fallout between club and country over the youngster's fitness. "There is no conflict with Flick," de la Fuente said firmly. "I was simply surprised by those statements because he has been a national team coach, and I thought he had that empathy. But for me, what really matters are the two important matches we have coming up. We are playing for the World Cup. That is the priority." Flick had admitted he exchanged brief text messages with de la Fuente on the matter, but hinted that communication between the two could improve. On Friday, de la Fuente tried to clarify the situation once more, stressing that Yamal's condition was not as dramatic as it had been portrayed. "What happened was that, when the match ended, he had some kind of discomfort. But I have never played without discomfort. Nothing happened," he explained. "Our medical staff have been very clear, and I have been very clear. If he had discomfort later on, well, I cannot say. But these are normal things in football. Spain will, however, have to deal with other absentees." Athletic Bilbao winger Nico Williams and Real Madrid fullback Dani Carvajal are both sidelined through injury, while Alvaro Morata has been left out of the squad after a slow start to the season with Italian side Como. Williams, who impressed in Spain's 6-0 victory over Turkey last month before picking up a groin problem, had reportedly been playing through discomfort, and Bilbao had asked for caution over his workload. "The risk in football and in sport always exists," de la Fuente noted. "If a player is on the pitch for his club, he is already assuming those risks. These are completely normal situations that every player faces." Spain currently lead Group E with 6 points from 2 matches and are well-placed to strengthen their push for qualification. They host Georgia and Elche on October 11th before facing Bulgaria in Valladolid on October 14th. Fixtures de la Fuente is eager to keep the focus on. "All the rest is noise," the coach concluded. "The only thing that matters is winning these games and securing our place at the World Cup." Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Liverpool summer signing Florian Wirtz has endured a torrid start to life at Anfield following his blockbuster £116 million move from Bayer Leverkusen. The German international midfielder arrived with huge expectations, but he has so far struggled to justify the investment and looks a shadow of the player who once dominated the Bundesliga. His latest performance summed up his ongoing difficulties. Wirtz was largely anonymous as Liverpool slumped to a disappointing 1-0 defeat against Galatasaray in the Champions League last night. Despite being entrusted with a central role in Arne Slot's setup, he barely influenced proceedings and too often disrupted Liverpool's rhythm rather than enhancing it. The statistics painted a bleak picture. Wirtz lost possession 14 times, won just 4 of his 13 duels, and was dribbled past twice. He attempted 3 dribbles, but completed only 1, highlighting his lack of impact in breaking opposition lines. Former Liverpool defender Jamie Carragher did not hold back in his criticism. Speaking on CBS Sports, he urged Slot to take decisive action. "I don't feel like I'm watching a top team. Liverpool aren't playing football at the moment. They're playing basketball. It's end to end, and I don't think top teams play like that." The obvious problem that stands out is Florian Wirtz. He's just not at the races at all. He's a young boy going to a new league. He's got plenty of time to grow as a Liverpool player. However, I think he needs to come out of the team for Liverpool to get back to where they were last season, and then go from there to try and build some confidence and defensive stability. Carragher's assessment feels hard to argue with. While Liverpool's backline has looked vulnerable this season, Wirtz's struggles in midfield have added another layer of concern. Instead of being the creative heartbeat he was at Leverkusen, he has looked overwhelmed in the faster, more physical Premier League environment and hesitant on the European stage. Liverpool's midfield, once renowned for its intensity and balance, has been thrown off rhythm by Wirtz's inability to adapt quickly. His tendency to slow down play has often frustrated teammates and supporters alike, and rather than dictating tempo, he has become a weak link in a side already short on cohesion. Slot now faces a delicate decision. On one hand, persisting with Wirtz could help accelerate his adaptation. On the other, continuing to expose him to high-pressure games risks further damaging both his confidence and the team's performances. Pulling him out of the firing line may be the wiser move, not only to restore some balance and stability to Liverpool's midfield, but also to protect the long-term development of a player who still possesses enormous potential. Liverpool's campaign is already shaping up to be demanding and unforgiving, with little margin for error. In such a climate, they cannot afford passengers. Wirtz remains a long-term investment with the talent to flourish in England, but at present, he has plenty of work to do before he can be trusted to lead Liverpool's midfield in the way the club envisioned when they made him their record signing. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I was not focused. William Saliba makes claim on Real Madrid interest with Trent Alexander-Arnold comparison after signing new Arsenal contract. William Saliba has revealed why he chose to commit his long-term future to Arsenal despite strong interest from Real Madrid, citing his desire to win trophies with the Gunners. The French defender recently signed a contract extension that will keep him at Emirates Stadium until 2030, ending months of speculation over his next move. Saliba extends Arsenal's stay despite Madrid interest. Real Madrid have been monitoring Saliba ever since his impressive breakthrough in the Premier League, viewing him as one of the most promising center-backs in Europe. However, by penning a fresh long-term deal, the 23-year-old made it clear that his focus is fully on Arsenal's project under Mikel Arteta. "I was not thinking about clubs from the outside." Speaking after signing his new deal, Saliba explained, "To be honest, I was not thinking about clubs from the outside. I wanted to stay here for more years. I was not focused on the other clubs. I'm focused on my club." Saliba also addressed comparisons with Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is reportedly attracting strong interest from Real Madrid as well. Asked why he did not consider following the Liverpool star's path to Spain, Saliba insisted his motivation was different. "He won some titles with Liverpool. With me, I didn't win anything here except the Community Shield. I want to stay here and win a lot of trophies. I love this club. I couldn't leave this club without giving something back. I've won nothing. I want to stay here and win." Arsenal shift focus to Saka. With Saliba's future secured, Arsenal's hierarchy are now turning their attention to Bukayo Saka. The winger, regarded as the face of Arsenal's new generation, has entered the final 2 years of his deal. According to the Daily Mirror, the club are preparing a blockbuster contract offer that could make Saka one of the best-paid players in Arsenal's history. underlining his importance to Arteta's long-term plans. Arsenal continues search for silverware. The Gunners remain in the hunt for major honors this season. After closing the gap on Premier League leaders Liverpool with a hard-fought victory over Newcastle, Arteta's men are brimming with confidence ahead of their Champions League clash against Olympiacos on Wednesday. The North London side are desperate to convert their progress into tangible silverware, and Saliba's decision to stay is seen as another big step in building a squad capable of competing at the very top. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.